Good morning, Wednesday the 1st of June. Not too bad a day yesterday. Some of the levels holding. Now the volatility's calmed down a little bit. What didn't hold was the support level in gold at 1845, 1840. We'd held that for over a week. So it had worked really well. Only really as a scalping opportunity because the bounces only made it as far as the 1860 area. But anyway, if you were trading that level, it worked quite well. We've now broken down, trading in the sort of mid 1830 area. So I suggest that 1840, 1845 level has been broken. That therefore should be resistance for today. Silver, as I said to you yesterday, already looked negative. We'd already broken down and we were looking at 2190, 2200 as resistance in silver. I actually just want to show you oil. I don't really talk about oil very much. It's not one of my favorite markets, but we've had a good run up to hit this trend line. This is actually the monthly chart, so this goes back to 2016. Now we've had a good run up to hit trend line resistance there, and there's some other resistance from these little white lines that I have going back. These are just price points. So going back to the weekly chart, a good move up. Now, what is interesting is that although we had this big push up in oil, it wasn't sustained. We got sort of a gravestone doji. Is that a gravestone doji? Shooting star, whatever you want to call it. As you know, I'm terrible with these names, but I know what they actually are showing to me. Now, the fact that we rocketed and hit sellers, and we actually closed unchanged on the day, having been up as much as almost 500 points. So not the most positive candle. As we hit that strong resistance level, does make me wonder whether oil will start to move to the downside now. I'm not going to get involved in it. Just wanted to point it out to you. We're very overbought on the slow stochastic on the daily chart. We're actually getting overbought on the weekly chart. Just starting to wonder if there's a bit of a negative bias in oil. So just be careful there. The main market I'm really following this week is the dollar index. I don't actually trade it. Not sure if you can even trade it. But obviously we had the market fell. The dollar fell to my target, 101.40, 101.20. We got a low for the day exactly there on Monday. 101.30, a good recovery yesterday up to 102.16. So we could just trade from 101.40.20 up to 102 sort of 50.70, certainly into the non-farm payroll number on Friday. Got a feeling we're just going to range. Volatility's just calmed down. The markets just seem to be stabilizing now. We might actually be in for a period of sideways trending stock markets, currency markets, into the summer period. I've just got this feeling that might happen. Anyway, as you can see, volatility's calmed down. We might start to establish range. Markets do like to establish ranges and trade sideways for a significant period of time. Some traders, they forget that. They think the markets either go up or down. They don't. They go sideways for long periods of time, and that we might just be embarking on one of these range trading periods. Now, it was difficult to identify, for example, in the Aussie dollar and the New Zealand dollar resistance levels. Actually, the New Zealand dollar did hit the resistance level and reversed. That one worked quite nicely. The Aussie dollar levels are working, but I was basing a lot of those Aussie levels on the dollar index. So I'm kind of using that to lead me. Now, the Euro US dollar did not get as far as my 108.00, 108.20 resistance level, but we did dip to a good support level yesterday, the Euro US dollar, so those levels seem to be working. Cable as well also worked beautifully. In fact, shorts at the sell level worked. We dropped 100 pips. We bounced, I think it was just 3 pips, was it? 3 pips from the first target and the support level at 125.50, 125.30. So again, cable levels are working. So I'm kind of hoping that we establish a sideways range in some of these markets. It will make life a lot easier. And if we can continue to trade the levels well, like we did yesterday, then that could really work. What else do I want to show you? Talking to levels working well, the stock market levels work quite well. The Nasdaq reversed from that 12,700, 12,800 area. Only got as far as 12,480. But we could be stabilizing there. Look at the doji. We probed higher, we probed lower, and we closed near the open. So that indicates some stability there, and maybe some more sideways direction where we can just trade around the support and the resistance levels and scalp away for still quite big margins. You're still going to be looking at 200-300 points on a scalp, which is pretty nice. The S&P dipped to the 41.20, 41.10 support level. That worked really nicely with a bounce to 41.56. Less of a doji, but you can see the market probed higher, probed lower, closed a little bit down on the day, but that's not a particularly negative signal. So That's kind of it, really. Bitcoin and the crypto markets have recovered a bit. I'm still not that bullish on them. Yen was weak yesterday, but that was kind of as expected. So the euro yen pushed higher, the New Zealand dollar versus the Japanese yen pushed higher, the Aussie yen pushed higher. Oh, this is interesting. The FTSE could be forming a very rare but very negative triple top pattern. Now look, there's the daily chart. We peaked in what was that? That's February of 2022, and then this is that's April of 2022, and now in May of 2022 we're peaking again. Is this a triple top? It really would be very negative. And when you look at the weekly chart for the FTSE 100, there's the potential triple top forming in 2022 around the peak of 2020. Now the peak of 2020 was 7630 area, so we really are struggling there. I don't think that qualifies as a quadruple top, but just be careful. Triple tops are really, really rare, but they are very, very negative when they do form. So as long as that level holds, a break above sort of 7670 would then kill the triple top, and we would have a buy signal in the FTSE, which has held up really well compared to the other markets, certainly. I think that's it for today. Any questions, comments, please fire them over to me, and I'll do my best to help you. We'll chat again tomorrow.